To welcome BikeNext 2026 Suzuki XT900 is one machine you absolutely need to keep an eye on. Today on BikeNext, we're diving deep into what Suzuki has packed into this all-new model, its features, real-world performance, design philosophy, pricing, and what sets it apart in a category that's constantly evolving. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether the XT900 deserves a spot on your short list. Suzuki has always had a knack for building motorcycles that blend reliability with accessibility, but the XT900 represents a shift toward a more assertive, tech-forward philosophy. From the moment you walk around the bike, you can feel this change. The XT900 sits tall, lean, and muscular, more athletic than rugged, almost as if Suzuki wanted to balance everyday practicality with just enough aggression to make you excited to ride it every morning. The frame is built around the lightweight aluminum chassis designed to improve rigidity without adding unnecessary bulk. As a result, the XT900 claims better cornering stability and reduced vibration over long distances compared to previous Suzuki Adventure models. Under the tank is where the XT900 truly starts to show personality. Suzuki developed a new 899cc parallel twin engine specifically for this platform. It's tuned for a broad-to-torque curve, delivering smooth pull from low RPMs but still giving you enough punch in the mid and upper ranges to feel lively on highways and mountain sweeps. The rated output sits around 102 horsepower with 92 Nm of torque, numbers that place it comfortably within the competitive mid to upper adventure class. But what matters more is how this power translates on the road. The engine mapping is impressively refined. Even in the sportiest of the three ride modes, the throttle remains predictable, and the power delivery never feels jumpy or overly sharp. Riders transitioning from smaller bikes will appreciate how forgiving it can be, while experienced riders will enjoy pushing the torque through twisty sections without feeling restricted. One of the standout elements of the XT900 is its suspension system. Suzuki partnered with Showa for fully adjustable front forks and a rear monoshock that can handle a mix of on-road and light off-road use. This isn't meant to replace a high-end rally bike, but for adventure touring and occasional rail runs, the suspension strikes a really comfortable balance. It eats potholes with surprising softness while still maintaining firmness during fast cornering. The ground clearance has been raised slightly compared to previous mid-range Suzuki Adverb models, giving you more confidence on uneven terrain. Combined with a new traction control suite, the XT900 handles gravel sections and dirt roads better than you'd expect from a bike that still feels so road-oriented. Braking performance also deserves attention. The XT900 is equipped with dual 320mm front discs with radial mount Brembo calipers and a 260mm rear disc. Stopping power is strong, progressive, and confidence-inspiring, if not aggressively sporty. Suzuki's cornering ABS does a smooth job of managing traction without interrupting your line or overcorrecting mid-turn. Riders who prefer spirited canyon riding will appreciate how predictable the braking response remains even during repeated hard stops. Let's talk tech, because this is one area where Suzuki has made a major leap compared to older models. The XT900 features a 7-inch full-color TFT display with a polished, modern UI that's easy to read in direct sunlight. The interface is more intuitive than before, with a cleaner layout and better functionality when cycling through settings. It supports smartphone connectivity, including turn-by-turn navigation, call and message management, and music controls. Suzuki introduces a new ride vision system, essentially a semi-smart assist that uses forward-facing sensors to provide collision warnings, adaptive cruise control, and lane-aware stability adjustments. It's a step towards semi-autonomous riding assistance but remains unobtrusive, meaning it doesn't take control away from the rider unless absolutely necessary. The XT900's design feels modern but not overly futuristic. The LED headlight follows Suzuki's new vertical stack pattern, giving the bike a sharper, more premium silhouette. The body panels are slim and aerodynamic, reducing drag and helping with fuel efficiency at high speeds. Suzuki also improved the windscreen adjustability. You can now fine-tune the height with one hand while riding. The seat has been completely redesigned with better contouring and padding, ideal for long touring sessions. A narrower midsection makes the bike easier to handle in slow-speed traffic and helps shorter riders reach the ground more comfortably. Fuel economy is another strong point for the XT900. Suzuki claims an average of around 23 to 25 kilometers per liter, depending on riding style. Combined with an 18-liter tank, you're looking at a comfortable touring range that easily exceeds 350 kilometers per fill. For riders planning long-distance trips, that efficiency is a compelling reason to consider this bike over competitors that demand more frequent stops. Now, let's look at the unique selling points. First is the engine character. Smooth, torquey, and incredibly well balanced for riders of multiple skill levels. It's welcoming without being boring. Second is the tech package. Suzuki lagged behind competitors for a few years in terms of rider aids and connectivity, but the XT900 finally puts the brand back into the competitive conversation with features riders actually want. Third is overall value. The XT900 finds the sweet spot between performance and price. Suzuki priced the 2026 XT900 at approximately $11,999, placing it below premium European rivals while offering nearly the same level of capability and refinement. For budget-conscious riders who still want a fully featured adventure tourer, that price makes the XT900 extremely compelling. Of course, no bike is perfect. Riders looking for hardcore off-road capability may find the XT900 a bit too road-leaning. The suspension, while versatile, isn't built for aggressive trail riding. And although Suzuki's new tech suite is impressive, some riders may feel there's a learning curve in navigating the menace. Still, these are minor trade-offs in a bike aimed primarily at everyday riders, commuters, and touring enthusiasts. In real-world riding, the XT900 feels planted, predictable, and enjoyable. Whether you're carving light twisties, hitting the highway for a cross-state trip, or navigating city traffic, it has an adaptable nature that makes it easy to love. Suzuki aimed for a bike that does everything well without leaning too heavily in one direction, and they've achieved exactly that. It's not just an upgrade, it's a statement that Suzuki is ready to compete head-to-head with the best adventure touring motorcycles of the decade. So, should you consider the 2026 Suzuki XT900? If you want a reliable mid-size adventure bike with strong value, modern features, and a refined engine that makes every ride enjoyable, absolutely. It feels like Suzuki's most well-rounded adventure machine in years. And for many riders, that blend of performance, comfort, and affordability may be exactly what they've been waiting for. Thanks for watching BikeNext. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the 2026 Suzuki XT900, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you want a comparison video with its closest rivals. Ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.